Hello everyone. Welcome to the another lecture of atomic structure and chemical bonding class 9. Myself Suman Singh. So in the last class, if we have seen that previous video, we have discussed about the chemical bond valencies and reason for chemical activity of an atom, right? So now today we will discuss about isotopes, as you can see here. So when we talk about isotopes, I would like to give you some details before starting this. So as we know that whatever we have learned till now, we have came to know that number of electron in a neutral atom, number of electron is always equal to number of proton, right? And which is equal to number of neutrons, right, neutrons. So proton and neutrons are same in a neutral atom. But it has been noticed that what it has been noticed that two atoms of same element contain same number of proton, okay, but they may differ in the number of neutrons. What it has been observed that suppose we have two atoms like this one is this, another one is this. So when we have seen the number of protons, this is suppose this is a proton of suppose this is an atom of sodium, okay, and this is also an atom of sodium, okay, both are the atom of sodium. Let me write it clearly. Suppose this is also an atom of sodium and this is also an atom of sodium, or we can take like this. If not sodium, we can take, suppose this is an atom of chlorine here, and this is also an atom of chlorine, okay. So now it has been observed that the number of proton here, suppose it has 17 proton in the, if you're talking about this, it has 17 proton and 17 neutron, right? But what has been observed that it has been observed that in some cases it is showing like this. It has proton is same 17 but neutron is 18, okay. So as you can see, atomic atoms are same, they both are having a same atomic number. This is also atomic number is 17, and this also having an atomic number 17. But what we are observing that there is a difference in neutron. Here here the neutron is 17, here the neutron is 18, right? So what we can say, or if you want to define the isotopes, what we can say, an isotopes may be defined as an atom, okay, of same element, okay, of same element having a same atomic number but different mass number, okay. Why it is different mass number? Because the number of neutrons are changing. Since if the number of neutrons is changing, then there will be a difference in mass, right? So I hope you have understood this. So what we have observed, it has been noticed that two atoms of same element contain same number of proton, but they may differ in the number of neutrons, okay. However, the electron, proton and neutrons are arranged in the same way and give a same identical chemical properties, okay. And an element showing a similar chemical property but possesses a different masses is represented as isotopy, okay. And the variety of atom is called isotopes, okay. So what we can say, isotopes are what, they are the atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass number, okay. I hope you have got some idea about isotopes. So we will see the examples. So as you can see, when you see this table, in this table you will see that when we talk about the hydrogen, hydrogen has three isotopes, this one, this one and this one. Let me write it clearly: hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen, okay. Here also hydrogen. So atomic number are same, here the 1 1 1, but the mass number, this is 1, here it is 2 and this is 3. So this one is called what, this one is called protium, okay. this one deuterium, and this one is tritium. Okay, so we will see in detail. So as in the same way, when we see in the case of carbon, carbon also has three isotopes, as you can see: carbon C12, carbon C13, and carbon C14. Okay, in this way chlorine also has three isotopes, as you can see here: chlorine 1735 and chlorine 1737. Okay, and oxygen also has two isotopes, which is 816 and 818. Okay, oxygen 818 and oxygen A16. Potassium also has two isotopes, as you can see, 1939 and 1941. Okay, so one by one we will see this. When we talk about the hydrogen, hydrogen has three isotopes. Okay, as you can see, hydrogen has three isotopes now, namely protium, deuterium, okay, and tritium. Okay, each having a same atomic number. As you can, as I have already told you, since it is an isotope, its atomic number will be same. They have a same isotopes, but one different mass. Okay, that is one but different mass. Okay, at, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3 respectively. When you see the masses, first of one will be 1, 2, and 3. It will be like this. Okay, masses. So in other words, what we can say, isotopes differ only in the number of neutron. Okay, thus protium has no neutron. Okay, as you can see, deuterium has one neutron, and tritium has two neutron. Okay, so they are represented at like this, as I have already shown you right here. They are represented as like this. Okay, and the below one, this one, let me write it like this: 1 here, also 1, suppose, right? So this one is what? This one is an atomic number. Okay, and this one is what? This one is atomic mass, right? One is atomic number and this one is atomic mass. Understood? So I hope you have got some idea about this. So as you can see here, in protium no neutron, in deuterium 1 neutron, and in tritium 3 neutron. I hope you have understood this, right? Now you can see it is given, table is also given here, right? Now next is carbon. So again, carbon has what? Atomic number is 6, as you can see here. Atomic number of carbon is 6, and it has also three isotopes, as you can see here. It has also three isotopes, which has a mass number 12, 13, and 14. Okay, which has a mass number 12, 13, and 14. As you can see, in the first one, 6 neutron and 6 proton and 6 neutron. In the second one, 6 proton and 7 neutron. And in the third one, 6 proton and 8 neutron. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, right? So now we will see here next here. And when we see the representation, it is represented like this, as you can see here, right? It is represented like this: carbon C12, carbon C13, and carbon C14. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And these are what? These are all isotopes of each other. Okay, now again, when we talk about the chlorine, there are two isotopes of chlorine of mass number 35 and 37 respectively. Okay, and have a same atomic number 17. Okay, but the sum of neutron, the sum of the proton and the electron, however, they differ only with respect to the number of neutrons. Okay, and as you can see, chlorine 1735, chlorine 1737. Okay, so when we talk about the isotopes of chlorine 1735, it has 35. It is what? This is a mass number, right? And this one is what? This one is atomic number, right? So we will get number of neutrons. So this is one formula I will write here. Suppose with Z, suppose Z represent atomic number, right? And suppose A represent atomic mass, and suppose neutron is represented by N. Suppose we are taking such just example. So if we want to find a neutron, so how we will find? N is equal to A minus Z. Okay, and from this formula you can find anything. If you want to find A, we can find like this: N plus Z, right? I will write here: if you want to find neutron means, so neutron will be what? Atomic mass minus what? Number of proton, right? Or atomic number. Now again, if you want to find mass number A, how you can find? N, this is neutron plus atomic number, right? Now again, if you want to find atomic number, we can find like this: atomic mass minus neutron, we will get atomic number. So this is the three basic formula which will help you in finding the atomic mass or atomic number or neutrons. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Now again, when we talk about the properties of neutron, now when we talk about the properties, isotopes have a similar chemical properties. Okay, because number of electrons, properties, chemical properties depend on the number of valence electron, right? Not on the proton or neutron. So that is why isotopes will have, when we talk about this isotopes, it will have similar chemical property. Okay, so then also we will see. And isotopes have the same atomic number, which is Z. Okay, and the same number of electron and proton. Okay, and hence the same electronic configuration, then electronic configuration will be same. Okay, but the chemical property are determined by what? Electronic configuration of an atom, right? So what we can say, isotopes of an atom are chemically alike. Okay, for example, as you can see, both chlorine atom, when we talk about the chlorine atom of mass number 37 undergo the same reaction as that of the 35. Okay, it will say the same reaction, means it will, the chemical property will not change. Because of isotopes, chemical property will not change, or we can say that because of isotopes chemical property, it will not affect the chemical property. Okay, but there are some changes in physical property, like the density will change, boiling point will change, okay, etc. So as you can say, physical constant or physical properties depend on the atomic mass, right? So what we can say, and isotopes have a different atomic and different mass number due to different number of neutrons. Okay, as we have learned this. Okay, so now for example, one example is given here. As you can see, the boiling point of protium is 20.38 Kelvin, and at the same time deuterium, you will see it will be 23.5. Okay, so there is a difference, right, in the physical properties. Density is what? It is what of it is, boiling point is what? It is a physical property, right? So that, and you can see there is a change in the physical property. Okay, so at last what we can say, higher the mass of the isotopes of an element, higher will be the boiling point. Okay, now next is isotopes like tritium, carbon 14. Okay, uh, illustrate another difference in physical property, as we have seen that, and that can be occur between the isotopes as they are radioactive. And these isotopes tritium and carbon 14, they are all radioactive elements. You will learn about radioactivity in your higher class. Okay, so now then, what we can say, the extra neutrons in their nucleus cause them to be what? Cause them to be unstable. Okay, so the nuclei broke out spontaneously, emitting certain type of radiation. Thus carbon 14 and are known as radioisotopes. Okay, since, how we can explain this, as there is an extra neutrons in their nucleus. Okay, and this extra neutrons in their nuclei causes them to become unstable. Okay, causes them to become unstable. So what will happen if it will become unstable? So the nuclei will break out spontaneously. Okay, the nuclei will break, and when its nuclei will break, at that time it will emit certain type of radiation. Okay, or we can say that it will emit certain type of energy. Okay, so that energy is in the form of radiation. Okay, and what we can say, the carbon 14 and tritium are known as radioisotopes. That is why it is called radioisotopes. Okay, now again, if you are talking about the uses of isotopes, if you see the uses, Now, if you see the uses of isotopes, so there are so many uses of isotopes. Okay, it is so first uses is isotopes of cobalt. Okay, 2716 is used in the radiotherapy for treatment of cancer and other diseases. Okay, for treatment of cancer, this cobalt 2760 is used. Okay, isotopes of cobalt. Okay, now this carbon 14 or carbon C614, it is used to determine the age. Okay, age of historical and geographical materials. Whatever the geographical or historical materials are there which is found, it is measured with the help of this isotopes, which is carbon 14. Okay, now again, uranium. Okay, it is used in a nuclear reactor. It is a fuel of nuclear reactor. Okay, nuclear reactor also, it is the about nuclear reactor you will learn in your higher courses. Okay, now again, iodine. Okay, isotopes of iodine, it is used in the treatment of goiter. Goiter you have seen, right? The disease, what is goiter, you know, right? So in the treatment of goiter, this iodine is used. Okay, isotopes of iodine is used. And again, since what we can say, radioactive isotopes are used in the industries for detect the leakage in the underground oil pipeline, gas pipeline, and water pipes. Okay, so to find out the leakage in underground oil pipeline or gas pipeline or water pipeline, these isotopes are used. Okay, now next is one more thing is there, fractional atomic mass, as you can see here. So we will discuss about this, what is fractional atomic mass. So fractional atomic mass is what? An atom can have a fractional atomic mass. For example, when you see the chlorine has 35.5, right? So this is what, this is a fraction, right? This is in a fraction. As you can see, chlorine has atomic mass 35.5. So this 35.5 is what, it is a fraction, right? So what we can say, an atom have a fractional atomic mass. For example, one is given, for chlorine it is given, right? And what is the reason why the fractional is coming? The reason for the fractional atomic mass is that the atomic mass of the element represent what, it represent the weighted average, or we can say it represent the average weight of naturally occurring isotopes of that element. Okay, means what we can say, whatever the atomic mass we are seeing, right, in a periodic table or anywhere, that atomic mass is not a mass of a single atom, it is the average mass. Okay, it is the weighted average. As you can see, whatever the occurring all the naturally occurring isotopes is the weighted average atomic mass. I will give you one example. As you can see, from here you can understand, 75% in the nature, when you will see in a natural sample of chlorine, in a nature, chlorine content this 30, chlorine 1735 is in 75%. Okay, if suppose we have got in some place, we have got the deposit of chlorine, suppose we just take the example. So when you will see the, when we will find out that chlorine, or when we will extract that chlorine from there, we will not get only chlorine, single chlorine, just like 1735. We can also get 1737 also. So but this 1737 is very less in number. Okay, as you can see. So if suppose this is a deposit and deposit of chlorine, so when you will extract this, you will see that this is containing both this and this type of chlorine. But most of the time you will see that in most of the time the composition, or we can say that the amount, when we will see this chlorine 1735 is in 75% and this one is 25%. So what we will do, we will multiply like this is 75% means what we can write for 75, I hope you know these calculations, right? For 75% means 75 by 100, right? 75 by 100. Okay, so we can do like this. As you can see, it is already done here. So what we have written, 35 into 3 plus 37 into 1 divided by 4, we will get 35.5, right? So in this way we used to find out the average atomic mass or fractional atomic mass. Okay, now next is isobar. So what is isobar? Isobar is what, I will explain you very simple way. They are the atom of different element. Okay, they are not the atom of different element, they are the not the atom of same element, they are the atom of different element. Okay, with same mass number but different atomic number. Okay, so atom of a different element having same mass number but different atomic number is called what? Isobar. Okay, as you can see, two examples are given here. One is Ar40, argon 1840, and calcium 2040. So both you can see mass number are same 4040, right, but their atomic numbers are different. So this type of isotopes or this type of elements are called isobars. Okay, in the same case, as you can see, chromium and iron both are having a mass number same 5454, but we see the atomic number it is different, right, 24 and 26. So these are what? These are isobars of each other. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, what is isotopes, isobar, right? So you try to solve this exercise. Okay, exercise 4c. Okay, and from in the next class we will discuss about electrovalent bond or covalent bond, like this. Okay, till that, thank you.